Hello, everybody, and welcome once again to the Cluckin Crew live stream, our 20th episode. And I first off just want to say thank you so much for tuning in. I am your host, or one of your hosts, the creator and the voice of Chucky Chicken himself, Michael Cook. With me, as always, is my very good pal, my co-director, co-producer, co-everything, Elias Levine.
It's me.
And for the first time ever, we have a very special guest, an incomparable voice actor, and the voice of Tommy Turkey himself, the one and only Mike Pollock.
What? This is an outrage. Who authorized this?
Tommy, hiya, pal. You're on a podcast. You're talking to a bunch of people on the internet right now.
If this hour works over, I'm not working at this hour.
You run a tight ship.
Oh, Mike.
I'll tight ship you, chicken.
Yeah. Oh my gosh, Mike Pollock, ladies and gentlemen.
Thank you so much. Thank you for having me. What a surprise. I'm shocked. I had no idea I'd be here.
None whatsoever. Oh my gosh. Well, it is a thrill for us, and like we talked about before, this is our 20th episode, so we wanted to do something really special for the folks that are tuning in. And I will do my best to try and keep my mic as far away from my face as possible.
Yeah, you got a little intense there for a second.
Sorry about that, folks.
Naturally distorted. It's lovely.
Yeah.
Of course. But before we begin, I do have a very quick plug that I gotta do. So, Elias, if you would do the honors for me, please.
Okay, one moment.
Real quick. Okay, so for those of you who live in the Chicagoland area and are free the week of Christmas, December 27th in St. Charles, we are doing the Chucky Chicken Animated Arcada Classic Cartoon Matinee. There'll be two showings, one at 11 a.m. and one at 7 p.m., showing off a bunch of classic cartoons, everything from Popeye, Betty Boop, Coco the Clown, Felix the Cat, a couple of Looney Tunes, and even an Oswald or two. And if you love classic cartoons and you want to see Chucky and his friends live on the big screen, this is the place to do it. It's a one-night or one-day only event. Mm-hmm. Tickets are available at oshows.com. So, and they're we got plenty available.
Yeah. And if you can't go to the theater, we will be having a special showing of the Classic Cartoon Matinee for those in our Discord. Not sure on the dates for that yet, but any announcements will be made in the Discord.
Yes, this is true. But anyway, enough plugs. Let's Yeah, so how are y'all doing, gentlemen?
So far, so good. Although I'm hungry, there'll be dinner in my future.
Oh my gosh, yes. Well, we won't keep you because I know what it's like to keep a man between his dinner, and I don't. Yeah. Anyway.
I fear to hear.
I'm at least here until I pass out from hunger. It's fine.
Yeah.
If we hear a big thud, we'll know what happened. Well, first off, folks, Mike, of course, you are an extraordinarily magnificent voice actor. You've done a lot of dubbing. You've done everything from TV shows to video games to commercials. And by the way, folks, if you do hear a dog in the background, I do apologize. There's nothing I can do about that, but he likes to say hello. But I'm very curious for the fans at home. How did you get started in show business, and how did you get started in voice acting, and or I guess acting in general? I guess would be the first question that I have for you.
From the age of third grade, that was not grammatical. When I was in third grade, there was we had some student pageant which involved the Greek Roman period because it was me in a toga and a fake synthetic wreath thing on my head. And I wandered up on stage and had one line that was probably, "Hark, who goes there?" And there was applause and we were done, and I was hooked. So as a kid, I loved theater, but I also loved radio. Dabbled in radio and school theater. And when I got to college and it was time to pick a major, I chose radio because of the two very unstable careers employment-wise. Radio seemed a little bit more stable than, I got a show. Oh, the show closed in 2 weeks. I'm out of a job. At least in radio, I could probably last a year or two at a gig. So I went into radio, got an internship position at our local radio station in Syracuse, the #1 station in town, if I do say so myself, where I ended up interning for the production department, typing index cards to catalog the record library. But I was at radio through graduation of college, and then that was in Syracuse, then Rochester, New York for a year, still doing radio, still dabbling in community theater. And I was finally, after radio kicked me to the curb once or twice, I ended up in New York at a radio syndication outfit where I was ghostwriting comedy and news stories for radio stations across the country. And they had a little merger. They laid off a bunch of legacy people, including me. But they said, hang around, we'll call you back when we can. So while I was off, I put together a demo and sent it around. And Pokemon liked it, and NYAV Post liked it for an anime. So I started doing this sort of thing. And then when I was eventually rehired for the syndication gig, I kept doing that. I was able to moonlight whenever possible. And when the syndication gig eventually had enough of me in about 2008, I said, enough of this. The freelance voiceover thing going well. Let's focus on that. And I've never looked back because the syndication outfit went out of business, or at least the department I was in. So,
hard to have a job in a place that doesn't exist.
Yeah. Best of luck to all of them, wherever they may be.
Yes, Malcolm, exactly. Welcome.
Yes, oh my gosh, it's so good to have you here, Malcolm. It's been a minute.
Oh, Mike, Elias, great to see you again. And Mr.
Hello.
Mike Pollock, the man who survived the 4 kids purge and lived to tell the tale.
They asked me, they invited me to re-audition, and what do they know? They hired me again.
They know a lot. They're very, very smart. But speaking of the Eggman, I want to clear a rumor. Is it true that your interpretation of the character is inspired by one of my absolute favorite radio television comedians of all time, Frank Nelson?
There have been bits of Frank Nelson in it, in Sonic Boom especially, with the lovely Jack Fletcher directing. Frank Nelson came up in conversation numerous times. Frank Nelson, for those listening at home, this may not help either, but he's the one in lots of old-time radio TV shows, would be usually in some sort of service position, like a railroad conductor. Hello! But the bulk of that for Dr. Eggman came from a reference to Martin Short's Jiminy Glick character, who starts up way up high and then goes way down low.
Yeah.
So
Oh, okay.
there's some overlap there, but yeah, there definitely in Sonic Boom there were some Frank Nelson moments that we called that were attention was called to them.
Oh, that's so cool. Yeah, because you and I actually we share a love of old timey comedians, Jack Benny, George Burns, Gracie Allen, Red
I'm sorry, who?
Skelton.
I'm I know exactly who you're talking about.
I was worried for a second there. Oh my gosh! So, and I think it's safe to say that you are stationed around the New York area. How has voiceover been for you in New York? Is it easier than it is to get gigs in, say, LA or Canada, or is it kind of like amongst the same, or how does that whole process work? Because go ahead.
The pandemic changed everything everywhere, but for us folks who did not have home studios, cobbled them together pretty quickly. Folks who had some sort of home studio ramped up the equipment in a big way. So I went to a full-on interface that would take XLR microphones instead of the old USB mic I had been using, which enabled me to work on lots of stuff with fewer complications. And I am able to wander upstairs and work instead of having to hop on a bus and go to Manhattan. Occasionally still do, but there's nothing like, oh, we're starting in 5 minutes, I'll be right there, as opposed to, I'll need 2 hours just in case there's traffic. So as long as people are hiring remotely, great. And if we need to work in person, that's good too.
That's super cool. I know, even for like us in the animation industry, it really opened a ton of doors.
Oh yeah.
I know even with like the production wise, people are able to work from home and use services like Discord to communicate with everybody, and it's just been honestly one of the coolest experiences. I mean, granted, was COVID itself a good thing? No, but did it have interesting ramifications for folks in the animation, voiceover, and entertainment industry? Yes, I would say that it kind of burst open doors that probably would not have been burst open if we weren't forced to stay at home for like 2 years.
Mm-hmm.
I too can attest to that.
Yeah. So, Tommy Turkey. Let's talk a little turkey here. I mean, it is coming on Thanksgiving. I know the story of how you got became a part of the show, but a lot of people have always have been asking me, how the hell did you get Mike Pollock on your show? So why don't we, I'd love to, and I'm kind of wondering that myself sometimes. I'd love to kind of hear your thoughts, like how did you get started with the show, and what are your thoughts on the character himself, and what are some personal touches that you put to him? So, and how do you like, helping out with Chucky and being a part of it?
Sure. Well, years and years ago, a long time ago, you sent a bit of a sample, and you said, "Here's a thing. Would you be a part of? Would you mind being a part of this? Because we have a character that I think you'd fit for." And I said, at the time, I was able to be generous with fan-related stuff. Less so now because fans have changed. But sure, I threw you some dialogue. You turned it into a thing. It was nice. Nothing much happened for years and years. And then apparently you decided to flesh it out into a full-fledged thing. And you gave a call, and we discussed it, and we were able to come to a reasonable business arrangement that would make it worth everyone's time and trouble. And here we are. I'm being dragged along and used whenever necessary.
Why does everyone keep saying that they're being dragged along or they're being forced here? I don't get it.
Indentured servitude is such a strong word. But...
You're so right.
I love you guys. Let me tell you. So, when you're doing Tommy Turkey, where do you what do you think of Tommy? Tell us who Tommy Turkey is in your own words.
He means well, but he's a jerk.
Well, then.
I've had some
Well, that
bosses in
does
my
sum it up.
time, and even
Yeah.
the worst bosses that have fired me numerous times, not nearly as bad as Tommy Turkey. But fortunately, in a fictional world, you can get away with that.
This is very true.
Mhm.
What I love about him, and I don't know if I've mentioned this to you before, but he's obviously based off of um, the the Hollywood mogul who ran and operated Columbia Pictures for
Mhm.
many years, Mr. Harry Cohen. And Cohen, as I understand it, was one of the, if not the worst person in Hollywood. Period. So
Somebody
I
had to
have
be.
somebody had to be, yes. Um, I guess. Oh my gosh, I'm trying to think of a good question here, because we really get a chance to speak to you here. I don't know what the heck is going on with me. Do you fellas have any questions for Mr. Pollock while we have him here?
Just a second, let me crack my knuckles.
Oh God.
Okay, I'm
All right.
ready.
Real quick, we're not talking about the movies. We're not talking about any of the. There's a list, and I know the movies or anything that you know. Uh,
Well, there goes half my
Keep
list.
it on topic.
Okay.
So I have a question. Mike,
Okay.
if you were a character in Chucky Chicken, not related to Tommy Turkey, what kind of animal do you think he would be?
That's a fantastic question.
that is a good question.
Let's see. The animal sounds I could do, elephant, but not exactly farm friendly.
We have a lot of different animals. We've kind of, the town itself is full of different creatures, so you can kind
Sure.
of go wild with it.
Sure. So if there was call for an elephant, I could do the elephant effect as well as portraying whatever humanoid characteristics of an elephant we have. And isolate this. I can squeal like a pig if necessary.
Thank you for the pause on both ends. So
I
we
think
can
there might
get
be a
nice
deliverance
clean
reference.
clip of that.
Yes.
There's deliverance reference in there somewhere.
Oh my gosh. and speaking of which, we actually have Tino here. Tino is Tino actually he loves Tommy
Hello.
Chucky. He's one of our main art directors of the show, and he has been working extensively on the history of the character and doing some really fun art of young Tommy Turkey. I don't know. We'll probably send you a little bit of stuff
Oh,
you can see it.
I can
but-
show some.
Please.
yeah. Yeah, why don't you show it on the stream here so we can show Mike here, because Tino here, he's one of the best artists that we have on the show, honestly. So, and he's also a big Sonic
Thank you.
fan. I think it's safe to say we're all big Sonic fans, obviously,
Yeah.
and Eggman fans by association. But
Good.
I was curious, just from I know in terms of like the writing of the show, Sonic Boom. Obviously, I don't know if you had a whole lot of say in terms of just changing the way that lines may have read, because that happens a lot too, right? If we give you a line as a director and the voice actor goes, "Oh, I don't like this line. Can we change it up?" But what was it? The difference between working on Sonic Boom, the television show, and like Sonic Boom, the video game. What, like, do you have a preference? Is there one that you like to work on better, or is there one that you just like because it pays more? What are your which do you prefer?
Sonic Boom was a wonderful experience unto itself, mostly because it was a not only was it a prelay cartoon where we recorded first and they animated to what we were doing, but it was a brilliantly written sitcom. As much as people think poorly of the games, the show itself tangentially related to the games, I suppose. But the other weird thing about it is the first game was done prelay style as well. We all got together on our some in person, me remotely, and we recorded like we're recording an episode of the TV show. And I think that worked well for it, because when we have the chance to record ensemble style, there is a certain spark that you can only simulate by recording separately.
That's very true.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I know in the early days of chuckychickn, we tried doing something similar to varying degrees of success.
Yeah,
Well,
there are technical restrictions that, had we been through the pandemic where people might have upgraded home studios, you might have something. But yeah, without proper equipment, some people gonna stay like this.
Yeah.
wow, I feel totally shot at here. Just saying. But it's okay. Listen, we put out the trailer a couple weeks ago, and I've heard you loud and clear. I have re-recorded all of my lines for the entire show. I will be coming in crystal clear. I promise.
Fantastic.
Oh my gosh. Everybody. The visuals are awesome, but the audio sucks. I'm like, oh my god. Come on. Give me a break. Yeah, Tino, do you have any questions for Mike?
Why you put me in the spot? I don't know. I'm sorry.
You don't have to. It's okay.
Yeah, I put everybody on the spot. You know that. You know what? I'll tell you what. While you're thinking, let's see who we have here joining us in the live stream. Let's say hello to some of these folks. We have Far Noggin. The Noggin is here. Ashley Songlover is here. Kimberly Gonzalez is here. Sleepy Curry. Hello, Curry. Good to see you in the chat. The Egg Emperor is here. I think he's a first timer here. So welcome, Egg Emperor. Saberwing, our good friend Saberwing is awesome. Meg_7025. My mic quality is killing me too. Okay, just give me a break. Lego Iago. Hi, I'm from California. This is your Japanese friend speaking. Thanks for letting me join you this summer per recommendation from Mike-san, today's guest. Okay, well, welcome.
Yeah, thank you so much. If for anyone who doesn't know, there is an official Japanese translation of the theme song.
This is true.
We just haven't composed it yet.
And no one knows how to sing it. So, let's see who else we got. So yeah, that's pretty much. Dylan Warrior is here. Hello, Dylan. Charlie Harhart Studios is here. And yeah, that looks like all the people that we got so far, which is awesome. Yeah. Oh, and on the screen right now, I don't know if you're able to see Mike, but this is the youngified version of Tommy Turkey and his family. So going from right to left, we got Tommy himself, his wife Sylvia, their son Teddy, young Chelsea, and her mom Teresa, which is these are the
we've added a lot of lore.
Yes, a lot of lore. So Saberwing,
we'll
is that the Yo Yogi version? Yeah. It is not the Yo Yogi version of Chucky Chicken. I'm offended by that show. For those of you who don't know, Yo Yogi was essentially like the Muppet Babies of Hanna-Barbera, where it just was, all of them younger. But anyway, regardless, we're getting off track here. So yeah, this has been. I'm having a lot of fun here. So what are? Gosh, I don't know why the heck. What was that, Malcolm?
Mr. Cook, if I can, I actually have a real question for Mr. Pollock.
Please ask away.
All right. When doing Eggman, did you have to study the original voices, like Long John Baldry or anybody else, or did you just doing your own thing?
When I was offered the audition, I was given samples of Dean Bristow, and they said, we're looking for a voice match of this guy. So I listened back and I did sort of a Dean Bristow impression. And then I went and auditioned with that, and they were not convinced. So I had a call back, and I went back and did the same thing. And there was another round of callbacks. So after the third time hearing me, somebody at Sega decided, yeah, he'll do.
That'll do.
And the Dean Bristow thing lasted for the first few episodes of Sonic X until the producer director decided they wanted to do the Jiminy Glick highs and lows to leave a little more room for comedy.
All right.
That actually brings me to that's kind of a fun thing that to talk about, because you were just brought on to do the dub for the anime, which again, Sonic X, fantastic show, and honestly, I've yet to see Sonic Prime. I'm sure it's a good show. However, I don't, I still, I'm a '90s kid, 2000, millennial teen. So for me, Sonic X is, in my opinion, probably the closest thing that we ever got to an actual, video game accurate show for Sonic.
True.
You guys were then brought from, obviously, looking back, what was it like when they approached you? Were like, yeah, we like you so much, we're gonna bring you on to do the games, or was that just like that was a solely Sega decision? And did your agent just say, yeah, they want you to do the games? Was it sprung up on you, or how did that whole thing? Was it very nonchalant, or was it like a big deal, or how'd that whole thing happen?
It was just another round of scheduling at 4Kids. 4Kids had a talent relations department that would schedule us for stuff, and they would schedule us for the regular Sonic Boom recordings and all the other shows. And one day, an email request came in saying we're scheduling for a game, and it'll be on a weekend. How inconvenient, but okay. I was available for weekends, and Sega people flew in to direct us and monitor us, and we recorded most of the games over weekend.
That's fantastic.
Oh, okay.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
What was your favorite 4Kids show other than Sonic X that you had to play? Because you've worked on a plethora of them.
Sure. I'm loath to choose favorites only because that means something else is not your favorite. But Meat from Ultimate Muscle has a special place in my heart.
I love him.
He has a hysterical truck driver voice. Where are you going, kid? And you can't not laugh at that. At least if you're me.
You know what? And that was the voice that made me say I need this guy for Tommy Turkey. I'm not even gonna lie. It was
Excellent.
me from Ultimate Muscle. So
Nice.
Yeah, so 100% was like, oh my god, that's it. That's Tommy. So you also were, oh my gosh, we could go on and on about your credits. Were you sad when 4Kids closed, or was it just kind of like it's a studio, I'm sure another one will come around?
I was as a freelancer, and we're all freelancers that were working there. I'm always working on multiple stuff all the time, along with moonlighting for my day job. So the loss of the steady work, because one wonderful thing about 4Kids was it was recurring week after week after week after week after week, and then it stopped. So that was unfortunate because I love working and that's how I earn a living. But other stuff was going on, and I got other gigs and had other gigs fairly consistently, commercials and narrations and industrial stuff and other animation stuff. So sure, it's the challenge of being a working actor is always real. But this was just yet another challenge.
I think one of the most surreal moments I ever had in my life was I was at an IHOP and they played a commercial that you were doing voices for, because you did an IHOP commercial, and I was like, oh my, yeah, it's like, I know that guy, and I pointed to the TV and it was like a bunch of pancakes. Like, not the pancakes, the guy doing the voice, I know him. And they looked at me like I was insane.
That stack of pancakes looks familiar.
But it's on my plate. Oh my gosh, see, I know him. Anyway, but no, I just think that's so cool, and I wanted to, I guess I wanted to bring light to CODA, the Coalition of Dubbing Actors, which is, I believe, are you still a part of CODA, or are you?
Yep.
Right, so for those, I don't know if you want to go into it too much, or if you want, because obviously recently we had the big SAG after strike and the writers, which, by the way, it ended. Congratulations to all the people in SAG. The strike is over as of this morning at midnight, so congratulations to you guys. But what are some differences and benefits, I guess, from being a part of CODA is compared to being a part of, something like SAG-AFTRA? Is it similar? Is it, different? Or like, because you taught me about CODA, and I don't know if a lot of other people either don't know about CODA or if it's like a secret society. I don't know if I'm not supposed to talk about it. I'm going to be looking for the gunman, but
No, CODA has gone public. And it's an industry trade group of a sort, not quite the union, but its goal is to have non-union productions stick to something fairly close to union pay scales and union work safety requirements and stuff. So even if your project isn't union and the union can't convince you to go union, you're treating non-union people equivalent to folks in the union. So we are not affiliated with SAG, but SAG-AFTRA knows we exist, and they cooperate with us as needed. But it's really to make sure that even those who are not in the union, or those who are in the union, that if you're dubbing a cartoon, that you are being treated fairly, whether you're union or non-union.
That's actually super cool.
Yeah.
I don't know why there aren't anymore, like a lot of CODA, because I don't know. I just feel like there's just so much rigmarole when it comes to being a part of SAG or all of those unions and stuff like that. I mean, rightfully so. It's a career and it's a big part of people's living, and it's a standard. It's like any electrical union or plumbing union or construction union, but.
Mm-hmm.
No, I thought that would be kind of appropriate to talk about, especially with the Was it tough for you during the strike, or were you okay, or like did it affect you in a big way, or were you still able to keep on trucking?
It didn't affect me because it was mostly for on-camera stuff, even though there's a little bit of voiceover stuff that if you were doing voiceover for a production that was struck, you couldn't do that.
Right.
But all the dubbing work continued, and animation continued because it was not struck. There is still talk of a video game strike that should only affect certain studios, and so far not the ones that I mostly work with. But I am aware of their existence, and if a strike will happen, they'll let me know, and I will abide by that.
There you go. That's the way to do it.
Yeah.
So, well, good deal. Like I said, you're kind of like our big first guest, so I'm sorry that it's a little choppy on my end today. So, I'm normally not like this. I'm very much more on my game. Ask these guys.
That's all right.
So, but yeah, no, we are so thrilled. I mean, you have no idea how much we appreciate you, and especially. For those who are not on social media, this gentleman right here, I think, shares pretty much every post with chuckychickn, and it blows my mind to see the growth that we've had. And honestly, you are a big part of it, and we're very thankful to have you, be a part of the project. What are you looking forward to the most, and what besides doing the voice? Is there any additional thing that you think that you could contribute to, Tommy Turkey as a character, or what are, or just the show in general? Like, what are you looking forward to the most? Because what I love about Discord is everyone can see everything that we're working on, right? Like, for example, I know every day we have Matthew Coe, who is like one of our amazing animators, dropping different pieces every day. We have, model sheets being dropped, or music, or sounds, or so everyone can see anything at any time, which is pretty amazing. So what are you most excited for when it comes to just this little show that we have going on?
I am a performer. I love performing, so I love to have the opportunity to perform quality material. and with rare exceptions that I can't think of right now. No, the Chucky Chicken stuff has been good, solid stuff. It gets passed by enough eyes that by the time it's ready to be recorded, it's pretty damn good. So
thank you.
Thanks very
sure
much.
Thank you.
I look forward to folks who insist on knowing me as nothing but Dr. Eggman get to see a little more of my versatility, because part of the joy of being a working actor is being able to do multiple stuff.
That's what I'm excited for too. I really love the fact that we can basically give you a role that's not, Dr. Eggman, and not that he's not a great character, because he is, but you're not Eggman. You're Mike Pollock. You are an actor, a hell of a professional. We love working with you. We love having you come. You really do. We have Discord everyone trademark. We're probably going to make a T-shirt of that.
Yeah.
To be honest with you,
That was an iconic line.
As we're still continuing to experience Discord problems, but tis what it is. But yeah, this has been just a treat and a half. If you guys don't have any other questions for Mike, I know he's got dinner waiting, so we don't want to keep him from that. Or if you have a little bit more time, I'm curious. I would love to know, besides Tommy and Chucky, do you have another favorite character or another, another favorite character on the show that you would love to learn more about?
Again, I don't want to play favorites, because then that means I don't like everyone else. So, no, surprise me.
Okay. Fair enough. Fair enough. All right. Well, we do have a little game that we like to have with our voice actors, and we love to have Mr. Turkey himself kind of comment on some of the basically some of his co-workers at the studio. So, and I'll get into Chucky here. So, yeah, we got a couple of reports. We're interested to hear your thoughts on a couple of the folks down at the soundstage. And I'm gonna stop the name, and you just tell me what you think of them right off the bat. Okay, Mr. Turkey, does that work for you?
Okay.
Okay, all right. Louie Loon.
You're all distorted. What?
I said Looney Loon. What do you think of Looney Loon?
Oh, Looney Loon lives up to the name. Looney.
Fair enough. What about Freddie Fox?
Freddie Fox is a troublemaker. You can't trust him. Tell him I said so.
I will do. What about any of you fellas got one? Because I'm blanking on names.
How about Abe Hogsley? He's the craft service guy.
He owes me money.
He does. How much does he owe you? I'll be sure to let him know.
$4.29.
$4.29. What did he get you? What would you give him?
I believe that I was providing some type of supplies that he was out of stock of creamer, and I happened to have some creamer that I was able to lend him, but it was not exactly a loan. I expected to be paid back for the non-dairy creamer.
Oh, gotcha. All right. Well, we'll make sure to get that to him for sure. What about your niece Chelsea? How's she doing?
She is lovely, as far as you know.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah. I think that pretty much wraps it on my end. Oh my gosh, Mike, it has been a pleasure and a half having you. Again, I could continue to just say nothing but nice things about you. So, and anything you want to plug? You're going to a con this upcoming weekend. You want to talk about that real quick?
This weekend, if you're in the Dallas-Fort Worth area, you'll see not only me, but Jason Griffith, Lisa Ortiz, Pete Capella from the 4Kids era, and Ryan Bartley from the Sonic Frontiers era, and Ryan Drummond, of all people. It's
Oh,
a
no.
feast of Ryans.
That is fantastic. By the way, I met Miss Ortiz at Des Moines Con this summer, and she is just she's the sweetest gal in the world. I adore Lisa. Very, very sweet gal.
She is adorable. I'll agree.
All right, well, if you guys don't have any other questions, I guess we can say thank you to Mr. Mike Pollock.
Yes.
And
Thank you
again,
so much.
Yeah, so we love you. Thank you for everything that you've done, and we gotta have you come back.
Thank you, and good luck on that
Thanks,
distortion.
Yeah.
Yes,
Thanks,
Yeah.
Pollock.
It's always a
Oh,
pleasure
I-
having you around, Mike.
Thank you kindly. You're very kind.
Thank you, sir.
I certainly hope. And Mr. Pollock, I certainly hope my introduction didn't drive you off.
Oh, not at all.
Oh, I'm sure he's
Oh,
faced
great.
far
Just
worse.
that sort of thing.
You're surprisingly used to it. So, well, thank you so much, Mike. You have a fantastic night, and if we don't hear from you before then, have a great Thanksgiving. Yeah, be careful out there, Tommy. It gets a little crazier on this time of year.
Oh, not to worry. I'm armed with a cigar.
There you go. Ladies and gentlemen, Mr. Mike Pollock, everybody.
Thank you so much. Thank you, everyone.
Yeah.
Which is not no relation to Discord, everyone. Thank you kindly.
Thank you, and we'll be talking with you real soon, pal.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
Peace.
We're still on the air.
Oh, are we ending the stream?
No. We're still here. He's
Oh.
still here. His thing is still here. So, but what a treat to have Mike Pollock here. I've got to do something about this mic. Holy cow! I don't know. There we go.
No, I got a Yeti.
Good deal.
I got a free. I got a Yeti microphone. If you want one.
I also have a Blue Yeti microphone, and I don't know what the heck happened to it. It just, I'll just have to bite the bullet and maybe ask one for Christmas or save up for a new one. But
Aw, I was sketching something for him.
well, you know what? You
Sketch
you
it,
get
and
it.
Mike will deliver.
We'll get it to him.
Yeah.
I will get it to him. Yeah. So, but that was so fun, you guys. Holy cow! I don't know. What was that?
I said, yeah, it was.
Yeah. How are you doing, by the way? It's been such a long time. Tommy Turkey just staring judgmentally at Chucky from the stream. Oh my gosh. Oh Lord. That's too funny. Julia Gonzalez says, I was slightly late when I came on this live. Well, you're more than welcome now, Julia. Welcome. And again, everything, we record these and we have them up so folks can.
Everyone will be able to watch all the Mike Pollock goodness after the stream is over. The stream, we always save all the streams on the channel, so.
This is true, and you can go back and watch them. And I think we do need to make Discord everyone a t-shirt, and I think that we need to 100% have that available to our folks who watch the show, because I'm very, very curious to see how many people are going to leave now that Mike's gone. But anyway, that was so cool. I love having guests on the show. It stinks because I get so nervous. I don't know what to ask, and I don't know. I think I did a good job though.
Yeah, maybe next time, write a list.
Yes,
Yeah.
I need to write. Well, I just with Mike, I love the guy, and I feel terrible because he gets bombarded with all the same questions, how did you get Eggman, and what's it like doing Eggman, and do you have any say in the games? And I listen to all those interviews, and I know the answers, and I don't want to bombard him with the same questions all the time. So it just, it's just one of those things where it's so hard to what do you ask the man who's been asked everything?
Yeah, fair enough.
You know what I mean?
I mean, We could have like told him about Tommy's new lore.
We could have. What I love about him, and he even said so in the stream, he's a performer who loves performing, right? So if you give him something good, he'll record it, and he's that's just kind of the guy that he is, which I love him for. Don't get me wrong. Lego Iago says, I subscribed earlier. Wanted to give a special thank to Mike Son, aka Tommy, for introducing me to you over the summer. Thank you, Lego Iago. That's very sweet. Saberwing. Bring cue cards. Yes, next time I will bring the cue cards. It's okay. He's a celeb, and I was. Oh my gosh, Mike, look at my comments. You're not noticing, Matthew Coe. I didn't even see all of your comments.
Oh my God,
Matthew. Good lord. Anyway, well, hello, Matthew. We did this a little different today. We wanted to have just kind of a live. How did we do this today a little differently, Elias? We wanted to do kind of just a smaller group, I think is the safe way to say it. So, and
we wanted to just keep things nice and condensed. We didn't want to take up too much of Pollock's time. Right.
So yeah, that's why, we're not on we typically have like a streaming channel and everything where we have, people be able to get there and be open to the public, but we knew we were very condensed for time today. So it's like, okay, we're going to mix it up just a wee bit. So, but anywho, Malcolm!
Yes!
How's everything over in Zululand?
It is very, I'm not gonna sugarcoat it. We are at crunch time right now.
Wow.
When I saw the thumbnail for this week's podcast, I thought to myself, cool, Tommy Turkey. I wonder what's going on. Oh, Mike Paul's gonna be there? Ain't gonna miss this opportunity.
Yes, yeah, I know. Well, we missed you, and I didn't want to give the.
I miss you guys too.
What was that?
I said I miss you guys too.
Yeah. Oh. Well, so because we love Monkey Wrench. By the way, if you haven't gone and subscribed or seen Monkey Wrench yet, what are you doing? I'm not a big fan of like science fiction shows, but I adore Monkey Wrench.
Yeah, Monkey Wrench is super awesome. So, go check out Monkey Wrench.
Yeah.
So, but anyway, we love Monkey Wrench. So, anyway, real quick, I did want to kind of talk a little bit about some of the news that happened this week, if that's okay with you guys. The strike is over.
Yeah.
That's congratulations to
all the struggling actors out there. Yeah.
Yes, 100%. That blows my mind. Like I'm so thrilled that they were able to work that whole thing out. No real details about the deal has been made yet, but it's been announced. It's the longest.
But they've struck a deal,
strike.
Which I'm going to hypothesize that a big reason why, like, the studios weren't budging for a while was because of AI. I think that's going to play a big part of it. But they were wasting so much money while the strike was happening that I think they were just like, oh, fine.
Right. I think the estimates were like the entire strike. The LA economy, I think, dropped $6 billion.
Yeah, it's insane.
With a B, which, holy cow. Oh my gosh.
And the only way to make people higher ups listen to you is you cost them money.
Yeah.
Yes. Yeah. Exactly. Matthew did ask in the thing here, how come Monkey Wrench is not getting much publicity as Lackadaisy? I don't know.
Yeah.
And
well,
it kind of
on one side I get it because Lackadaisy has like been around publicly as a as like a comic for like a long time.
Ever.
Yeah. And
I was like kind of like
Monkey Wrench,
I don't know,
like
16 when I
is
saw it
super...
for first time.
Yeah. I was probably like 14 when I first saw it. But
Yeah.
Yeah,
But I mean,
was,
you're younger than me, so.
yeah.
I discovered his first thing that one of the things that the first Zurel, there we go, thing that I ever discovered was his Happy Joy reanimation that he did. And I'm not a big
yeah, I love that one.
yeah,
Mm-hmm.
I'm not a big
Yeah,
Ren
that was
Stimpy
nice.
fan, but I really do. I did love his animation. He did a fantastic job with it.
You are nothing fun, Michael.
Listen, I like a lot of
I like a lot of
Nickelodeon
things.
shows. I do. I love.
I like
I
Disney,
love
and I like
Cat Dog, I love
Disney, and I
SpongeBob,
like
love
Disney.
Fairly Odd Parents.
Mike just doesn't
Dan
like
Phantom
gross
is bad.
stuff.
I don't. I'm not a gross person. Like I can't stand gross out humor.
I don't know, that's debatable, Michael.
Like
I mean, yesterday, that's true.
you know what? Okay.
You got it curious. Now I'm curious.
For those
You
in
should show up to the meetings more.
I am not at liberty to repeat it here, but I said something so just crude and stupid yesterday that I made myself cry laughing. It was so dumb. I'll let you in on it after stream now. And Tina wasn't there either.
I completely forgot about it until you brought it up. Oh my god, that was
It was
the
so
funniest thing.
It was. I think it was only funny because, like, the lack of reaction really got me, and it was just such a stupid thing. But
you busting up laughing at it was what made me start to bust out because I'm just like, that is the dumbest thing I think I've ever heard you say. Ever. And you're just like, it was a complete role reversal of what normally goes on between the two of us.
I was laughing so hard, tears were forced out of my eyes, dripping onto my tablet.
It was not a fart joke, but you're kind of on the right track. I'm just gonna leave it at that. Dana, normal Chucky Chicken shenanigans. Oh my gosh, the return of the chuckling chicken. Yep, that's right. No, it was the cackling.
The car
cat
engine,
yesterday.
I'd call him.
Yeah.
The car engine. Yeah. I have an actual production drawing from Ren and Stimpy.
That's
says
really
Matthew.
cool.
Yes. Yeah. He showed it to us.
Yeah, it's the one frame that I thought I remembered from an episode, but then I couldn't find it.
Ah, yes, the frame.
Yeah, the
The
frame.
frame. You know the frame?
Wow.
You know what we're talking about, man? Come on. Julia Gonzalez, the voice of Louisa Mabel Pines, was also on strike for SAG. My favorite voice actress. Oh yes, she's very funny. Happy's in the house. Yo, what up, Haps? Dirk Carnage. Yo, Haps, how you doing? I'm glad that we're on the same level there, Dirk.
For Happy, the BRB screen, I still need to make a background. Like, I can make the video work fine. It's just I need a background for it. And Mike can like the TV I drew.
It was not a time-appropriate TV, okay? You drew it from the 50s, I asked for the 30s. Level up!
Dear Carnage, I did know lionfish are edible, but they are also poisonous, so you have to be very careful. Well, not poisonous, venomous. But they're not like pufferfish, where there's only like one like centimeter of edible flesh in there.
Yeah.
The lionfish apparently are very tasty.
I actually
I
watched.
heard lionfish that is tastier too.
wow.
And poisonous.
Yeah. Well, no, venomous.
I
Venomous,
watched an episode of Columbo.
Yeah.
The other day where the guy actually died from.
Me.
Wow. And you wonder why I get pissed off during the meetings. You legit wonder why.
You watched an episode of Columbo where guy died from lionfish?
No, from fugu poisoning from a
Oh,
blowfish.
pufferfish.
Yes.
Okay.
Blowfish.
They're okay.
He-
I
he's-
mean, both names
he-
are fine, but
Yeah, but one's more fun to say.
Blowfish.
It was fugu fish poisoning. That's how we said it. That's how we said it.
I'm
in the
sorry,
show.
but every time someone mentions like pufferfish, I just envision
the one
the
eating
pufferfish with the carrot.
Yeah. Oh.
I just
my
can't
gosh.
not think about it.
God,
Oh.
you gotta love the internet.
I love that video so much.
You know what? It's so weird that thanks to the internet,
I watched
You
the
can
video. and
mention-
said, Yo, same.
yeah. Ye so long as the venomon does the venomon does
With
not.
pufferfish, yes. Lionfish, no.
I think poisonous would be correct in this context, Elias. Poison is ingested, venom is injected.
With the pufferfish, yes, but the lionfish, no. Because you can eat all the flesh of a lionfish. You just can't, like, get stabbed by it or you'll die. Or be very, very sick.
Right. Pufferfish will kill you.
Pufferfish, yeah, I'd say that saying
Yeah.
they're poisonous is fine.
Julia, spoiler alert.
Fish poisoning
For what,
does...
dying? For dying from pufferfish or Columbo?
No. Julia says fish poisoning equals mercury poisoning,
by
and while
Columbo.
that is correct in some cases, with pufferfish specifically, they have specific toxins within their body that makes only a very small portion of the fish actually edible, and you have to train for like 10 years to be able to be a certified chef for them or something crazy like that. I could be totally
Right.
wrong there. That is me just saying
Oh
what
my
I think is
gosh.
true. So if I'm wrong, I'm wrong.
Happy says, mi vuoi di compare con una chancla Mick.
Mike.
Oh, and then it says Mike. Okay. So for all of you Spanish speakers out there, I need a translation. Fiat. Meg underscore 7025. Oh,
Spanish.
Meg 7025. Oh, Mike's gone. Yeah, he's gone. So
Yeah, we don't want to keep him
we
too
said.
long.
yeah,
And
he's-
we're probably not
okay,
going to
he's
keep this
good.
stream very long.
yeah. This is probably going to be one of those shorter ones today.
Yeah,
so,
we're
uh,
coming in at about an hour. Like, just
which is sad because this is our 20th episode. Oh, okay, that's a good question. We made it to 20 episodes, and actually, I think every person who is in this stream currently,
Mhm.
obviously there were more, but the four of us, we were part of the very first one.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
How do
That's a
you?
good point.
Yeah, how are you guys feeling that we made it to 20? I know Matthew Coe was part of the first one, as was Happy Coma and Sleepy Corey. By the way, side note, Happy Coma and Sleepy Corey, do they not just sound like, tea flavors that you get at like a Spencer's or a Hot Topic? That's a terrible joke, I'm sorry. They're gonna yell at me in the comments, I'm sure. But what do you guys think? We made it to 20. How are you feeling?
Yay! I'm glad.
Huh?
I
I feel old.
Yeah, me too.
feel.
You too, bro. Do you though?
I feel, therefore I think. What?
Dana Anna says, "May I suggest Duolingo? Only if they sponsor us."
Yeah. I'll use the owl again if he sponsors me.
There we go.
Mike,
Yes, Tina.
I finished the sketch.
Oh, let's see it.
I have it on
I
stream.
posted it.
Oh, you do. Oh, look at that.
I mean, it was for the stream, but yeah.
Was it?
I couldn't finish on time.
I'm sorry. It's my fault. What are you muttering? Why are you muttering to yourself? I'm trying to get all the bad words out of my. Yes, we need to send that to Mike. That's a very good one. I'm trying to get all the bad words out of my system. That's awesome. I love that. Very well done. See, this is what I'm talking about, Tino. This is the magic we're looking for. I love this.
I had the magic.
You do. You do have the magic.
I don't know that was song actually.
It's a kind of magic.
I got the magic in me. However that song goes.
I love that we're all singing different songs here.
Stabiling. Tommy Turkey confirmed to be the old man from Christmas Story.
Scrooge? I mean, yeah, Scrooge. No, yeah.
No, he worked in profanities as other artists used oil or clay. Christmas Story. Yeah, Christmas Story. So that is fantastic. I love that. Well, anyway. Well, I can't believe it. I can't believe we made it to 20. Like, I think for 25, like, we were debating, right? Because 20, that's a big milestone, but like 25, that's like the silver one, right? There's silver, and then there's gold, and then there's diamond, and then platinum. So, but yeah,
why ain't
definitely
copper
we got
in
it.
there?
I think copper's like 10. I think we passed copper.
Okay.
So, I'll tell you what. They love that art, Tino.
Yeah.
How about we make it? Can we make that like an official print? Would you be okay with like making that a print?
Wait, making what a print? What?
The thing
The
that
Tommy
you just
Turkey thing you just did.
Oh yeah. You want me to clean it?
Yeah, clean it up and let's make that a sketch, a print for people, and for all the people who are watching right now. When it's up, we'll put it up there.
Don't ever
people.
say meow again.
Yes, sir. We'll put it up and
I'm sorry, but it sounds wrong. Coming from you.
And then when we have the print, we can send one to Mike.
Yeah, I love how Elias just was like, yeah. Anyway, so you know, it's written on a new one, and you're like, yeah.
I'm half paying attention. I'm watching
Mike said meow.
I'm watching the chat. That's why.
Oh, okay. You know what?
Elias.
Me.
Elias.
What?
The moderator.
Mike said meow.
Meow. Meow.
Yeah. See,
I
Michael?
meow.
See?
I hate you guys so much. I don't know why we do this.
I don't know why I do this with you people.
I don't know why every week I gotta subject myself to this. Charlie Harhart Studios. Chucky sounds like Jabanian when he said meow.
Jibanyan.
Did I Jabanian? Alright, meow. Whatever.
Yokai Watch.
I never watched it. Although
There is a fan Discord server. I will post the link in the chat right now.
To Yokai Watch?
What?
Oh. Ours! Ours, yes!
Yeah, Andrew asked in the server.
It's classic Chucky shenanigans! Good lord. Kimberly says, Elias is meowing. Elias is meowing. Chucky is losing his mind. What else is new? Malcolm's here, that's new.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Malcolm's here just witnessing it all.
Yeah.
Pretty much.
We all know why. We know why you are here, you little autograph hog, you or autograph bear.
Well, considering
this
I just got
screenshot
back from
of this
Anime Pass.
Discord call?
Yeah. What was that?
Yeah,
No.
I was gonna say, considering I just came back from Anime Pasadena this weekend, you're probably you're definitely right about that.
Yeah. Oh, for heaven's
I
sake.
am a bit of a autograph. I'm a bit of a autograph hog.
One of
And not to be that guy, or I'm not trying to be as humble as I can.
Go away.
But okay. All right.
Thank you for.
I was gonna say.
Are you saying that you have to leave? Is that what you're trying to say?
No, I'm not. No, I'm not saying that. That's
Oh.
no, far from it. I was gonna say,
Oh.
while I was at Anime Pasadena, I happened to get a signature of a drawing I did of Brendan Rogers. In case you don't know who Brendan Rogers is, he is the voice of Blitzo. He's the voice of Blitzo in Hell of a Boss.
Cool.
Yeah, I met him at Fan Expo.
And it did cost me.
Chicago this summer.
Really cool.
Very sweet guy.
Yeah, he is. Though his autographs do cost me a pretty penny.
He is
As
Brandon
do
Rogers,
all
so.
convention autographs from
That-
my.
You know what? Oh my.
Yeah, true.
And sometimes they won't even let you come up and see them if you're not buying anything. It depends on how busy it is.
That
but-
happened to me once in, like, I think it was, I forget what convention it was, but Doug Walker was gonna be there, and I was just like, oh hell yeah, I'll get an autograph on, like, I don't know, my convention tag or something. And so I waited in line, and it was just like, oh yeah, you need like $15, and I'm like, what?
Oh.
$50? I already paid to get in here, man.
Wait, 15? Like 1.5?
Yeah, but I'm poor.
Does that? Well, okay.
I was
come
also
on,
like
man.
13, so.
Okay, all right. Well,
All right, that makes sense.
I mean, I could have got. I mean, Jim J. Roz, the studio manager, is like one of our writers. Like, we can get you an autograph.
Honestly, that would be pretty good. I do have a friend who's a big Doug fan.
All right, we'll talk about it. We'll figure it out.
Yeah.
Plus, Malcolm Ray is going to be voicing Teddy Turkey,
Yeah.
Tommy's son, which is very
Oh,
exciting.
nice.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Awesome.
yeah. So that's right. We got Shannon Awesome folk on our show. What? Yeah. We're like we're a hodgepodge of the best and worst of the Indian animation community.
Yeah. Looks at myself.
Oh, no. So mean to yourself.
Just
Oh my
like me.
gosh. Oh. Our little lion
Stop!
Our little lion.
You're making it weird. That's an inside joke. You don't even get that inside joke, Malcolm. We'll let you in on that after the stream. There's a couple things we'll let you in on.
We're done. So
Yeah.
I think I think I'll start wrapping it up right now,
Yeah.
folks, because we want to chill with these guys. But anyway, so first and foremost, before we end, I just do want to say thank you for 20 episodes. We would not be here if you guys didn't keep showing up. You're crazy, you're insane, and we love you. Thank you for 20 episodes of just a lot of laughter, a lot of fun, and we promise that the next 20 will be near as good, if not just as good. I can't promise them being
That
better, but
pause.
I can promise... I was trying to be honest, but if you like what we're doing and you want to show your support, the best thing that you can do, obviously, right here, right now, if you see that big subscribe button on whatever platform you're watching this on, and you're not subscribed, it'll actually glow, which is kind of cool. Wait for it, and then hit that subscribe button. Or even don't wait for the glow and hit the subscribe button, because it's super cool. leave a comment down below letting us know who else you would like to see. Is there a character that you would love to have on the Chicken Chat? So far we are, oh my god, the Chicken Chat. Woo! The Cluckin, that's our oldest show. We've had Margarita Macaw, we've had Vero Vixen, and now we've had Tommy Turkey, which I think is just super cool. We're just getting them all down the line. Who would you like to see next? Who would you like to see come back? We'd love to make it happen for you. We're on pretty much every social media platform known to man. Blue Sky, Threads, Instagram, Twitter/X, Facebook. Am I missing? I'm sure I'm missing some.
Yeah.
Yeah, whatever.
We got a fourth wall with merch.
And yes, we do have a fourth wall with merch. We will be doing a Christmas drop starting probably the week of Thanksgiving. We'll have some cool holiday merch stuff up there for you. I can't promise a Black Friday sale because the last time I did a sale, it blew up on me, like hardcore. Drew asks, can you make a cucumber character and name him Mr. Patch?
What?
We can put him in Freddy's office. He's a rotten cucumber.
You know what? That movie. The big, yeah, Julia, the big 2-0. Yes,
My cucumber
absolutely.
with poke sticks.
Alright. With all that being said...
Hold on. I got one more thing to plug.
Oh, okay.
Thank you, because we got to plug our Patreon.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Speaking of Uncle Al, Farnoggin, yes, we're trying to get Uncle Al on the show. He's just extraordinarily busy. The poor guy just got his channel demonetized recently.
Oh, no! Come on, man!
I know. So go yell at YouTube on Twitter and tell them to get him reinstated again. The guy is just like, you gotta help him out. So if you're a fan of Uncle Al, I think I tweeted about it last night when it happened. But go yell at them to go reinstate Uncle Al's show. Yeah, we love him. We would love to have him come on the show. Absolutely, 100%. Uncle Al, yes. So go help him. Make sure that congratulations on your 20th live stream, Cockadoodle Toodaloo. God, thank you, Charlie Horror Studios. And then finally, one more thing before we go. If you have the means, you love what we're doing, and you want to see either early access to videos, behind-the-scenes stuff, exclusive pieces, artwork, and maybe even have an opportunity to be featured on the show in the Chucky Chicken series, we do have a Patreon. So, Patreon/chuckychickencartoons. We have for as little as $3 a month, you'll get access to a private server on our Discord. You'll be able to, oh my gosh, excuse me, dinner is coming back up, which is why I want to finish this up as quickly as I can. Early access to behind-the-scenes stuff like model sheets, concept art, video clips, exclusive stuff for you Patreon. Like I did a really cool New Year's drawing for the patrons last year. Older lore of the show, like never before seen Chucky Chicken stuff from years and years and years and years ago. I did an expose on grinning giblets the other day, which people really loved, and kind of told some fun stories and went behind the scenes. I'd like to start doing Patreon exclusive videos, because I think that would be a really cool thing for you guys. But if you want to help support the show, go over and support us on Patreon, only if you have the means and only if you're able to. If not, if you want to do a one-time purchase thing, fourth wall is the best way to do it too. So with that being said, thank you for 20 episodes. We're looking forward to continuing to make you guys laugh. And with all that being said, say goodnight, fellas.
Bye.
Good night, fellows.
Good night,
Good
fellas.
night.
All right, thank you guys so much. We'll see you all real soon.